All right, what's up guys? Dr. Dan over here. We're in the side of the gym, the Beat Fitness gym. We got Dylan on par today for a YouTube video. And this is your 7th or 8th appointment now.
Yeah, I felt that.
So what we did with Dylan was a little bit of mixture. We've done some movement coaching over here in the gym with him. We've worked on some of his complaints over in the office, but why don't you tell the guys why you came into this place?
So I was initially having the IT band problems, training for the marathon, the Pittsburgh Marathon, as you know, and I was in a good training regimen, and I got to 3 miles, you know, after already doing half marathons and everything, and my IT band just locked up on me one day, and I was referred to you.
Yeah.
And ever since I started coming to you, I'm back up to 14 miles now, no issues.
Nice.
Did 6 miles before coming in this morning, and been great ever since.
Nice.
So yeah, it's amazing.
Cool. So IT band flared up about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, or was it in the fall?
No, it was like January, February timeframe. So about a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Yeah. And a lot of people come in. Pittsburgh Marathon's coming up in early May. A lot of people come in the month before April. And they've got Achilles tendonitis, they got plantar fasciitis, they got some kind of knee issue or something going on. I've been training for 8 months, or I've been training since last summer for the half marathon or the full marathon, putting all these miles on, maybe not with, they're running, which is amazing, but maybe not in the correct technique or the correct pattern. And Dylan here has experienced that. Fortunately, it was about 3 months before the race. We got the race coming up in 5-ish weeks, 4-ish weeks.
Yep.
How long were you training before the IT band flared up?
I started back in early fall, so September.
Yeah.
End of summer, August, September timeframe.
So 5-ish, 6-ish, 7-ish months.
Yeah.
What was your longest run prior to the IT band flaring up?
I was doing half marathons, so 13 miles, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, locks up. And
yeah, I was just 3 miles into a run one day, and out of nowhere, yeah, it just locked up on me.
Yeah. So we've got 2 sides to the clinic. We got the chiropractic side, then we got the training side. We're just going to demo some of the movements that we've been working through. We're going to see if we can hear the crunchies in his knee that we found the other day.
Oh yeah.
And the grinding, right? The patellofemoral grinding, and the quad and patellar tendon straining. And we also have him running on our True Form treadmill, which is amazing to just improve mobility a little bit. We did a little bit of propulsing. We got a little bit of synchronicity back into his upper body. We've talked about head flow right to left a little bit,
yep.
Right? So today we're just going to demo some of the narrow stance bolt squats, some of the upper body movement, lower body movement that we want to do to grease the knees a little bit. So let's jump up on the slant boards. I'm going to talk you guys through some of this, but you'll see how we start with some of our rehab. What we're going to do, and he's already warmed up for about 10-ish minutes. Let's just rest right down into a squat. Nice. And we're going to think, let the hips fall back a little bit, and just let the elbows straighten out and just kind of hang back here. In this back position, try to feel feet straight, knees open a little bit, and try to think lift the head up, chest up, so we get a little bit of arch through the spine. What we're going to do, Dill, is just bounce slightly. Try to raise your heels up and pull forward a little bit. Nice. Now sit back into it nice and slow. And we're just going to try to feel this like outside edge. We'll say the green dot, which is like right out here. And we might say heel pressure down. And we might say heel pressure up and light outside edge. You feel how that's kind of stiffish down there?
Yeah.
And now let's just raise up, rest in back chain. Cool. And let's wiggle knees open and close. And let's think, walk the hands up a little bit, find that hip drive back, find that knee drive back, lift chest up lightly. Take a deep inhale, exhale, squat back down into it. And Bree, can you bring this up and check this, see if we can get some sound on here? Mm-hmm. We're going to think bend forward into the pole. We're going to think heels up lightly. All right, and now we're going to think sit back into it, slow stand up, and we're going to be quiet when we stand up. Nice. And we're going to inhale back down to outside edge. We're going to exhale up into head up, chest up, hips up. We're going to inhale down. Exhale up. You guys hear all that in there? Inhale down. Exhale up, hips back, chest up. Beautiful. Bounce slightly up and down through the knees, little micro bounces. Hips stay back. Correct. Knees open up lightly. Inhale down, squat down into it. Pull chest forward. Raise right heel, left heel up lightly. Bounce it out lightly. Try to keep hips back lightly. And now inhale deep, exhale deep, raise hips up. Nice. So part of his rehab in the office here, we're going to do some scraping. You guys will see some muscle scraping on the knees today. But we also recommended on his last appointment that he holds onto his sink at home. We're going to keep our feet nice and straight and narrow. We're going to just work on that floss. We're going to say the squat down and the squat up. And the knees open on the drop. And the exhale up tall to the top a little bit. In the top position, we want to think knees in a little bit. We want to think hips back a little bit. Correct. Wiggle your toes up and down and all around a little bit. And then let's inhale down back into squat work. And let's exhale up one more time, halfway up. Nice. And you guys can hear just how crunchy and crepitacy, that's the word, is crepitus. It's fibrosis in his knees. And sometimes you're running, he's been tight for a long time because he hasn't utilized the system that we utilize here in the gym, which is a lot of mobility work, a lot of range of motion work. Down, it will say this is 0, we'll say this is 100, and we'll say we need to get smoothness through the knees, through the quads, through the IT band specifically. And if you've got what I think is one of the worst knee problems, IT band bursitis, the knee swells up, you can get all kinds of fluid in the knee, and that's from the repetitive grinding and the breaking down of connective tissue. So the more that we get this guy to run better with some isometric work, some nice back chain holds like we've talked about, but also some fluid light squats. We want to hear quietness through the knees. Go ahead, let's rep this out a little bit. Now sit right back in the back chain, up tall, right there, nice. Knees open. Nice. And you guys see a little bit of the muscle fasciculations, a little bit of the shakiness that's happening. We're building nice, strong neurological stamina, nice, strong neurological connection, nice muscle stamina. We're pumping up the knees and the legs with blood. Doesn't it feel like that? Yeah. Yeah? You broke a sweat pretty easy last time, right? So this is one of the workouts that we run through at the clinic. Let's take him over. You guys will get to see his adjustment today. At home, we're going to hold on to the sink. We're going to rep out some back chain squats, feet straight, knees open. If he doesn't have slant boards, that's okay. We're going to rep out some mid-range bounces. At home, chest stays forward, hips stay backward, heels come up a little bit. Knees stay open gently. Open knees a little more. Nice. Hips lift back a little bit. Good. And then squat into it softly. We're going to continue to refine this movement on him, and ultimately it's going to help SI joints, it's going to help low back. If you guys watched the Recode video, it's been gaining a lot of traction lately. It's like 3 years old. It's like 2, 3, 4 years old. I just posted it like 6 months ago. It's over, I think, an hour and a half, might be 2 hours of all recovery work that you guys want to implement at home to develop strong knees, strong feet, definitely strong low back, strong core, so that ultimately spine gets nice and tall. Cool. Let's go. All right, back at it over here in the office now. Now we got Dylan back. And Dylan, prior to coming here, you're a big dude. What did your training include?
I do a lot of weightlifting, and then obviously, started running a lot more with training for the marathon, but mainly consistently working out every day at the gym.
Any rotational movement training?
No, not really.
Don't really know what that is yet either though, right?
No.
We haven't done anything rotational movement wise yet. We did start to include a little bit of palms down back work, a little bit of back chain activation in the upper body. You guys just saw, and Dylan is just new to the slant board work. We just did that one session last time. I think you might have heard some of the crepitusy, crunchy stuff in the knees. We don't want that stuff anywhere. We don't want anything in the body to click, pop, grind. We definitely don't want to repetitively grind. Some people flex their ankles and they hear this pop, pop, pop all the time. Their ankles are always snapping. I think some people call it snapping tendon syndrome. And that's just an indication that one or two or a group of your muscles is overactive or underactive, and it's really snapped tight, and then you're grinding the tendons over the bones. You heard that, right?
Yeah.
And you can feel that.
Oh yeah.
Good. And I can't feel that, but I could feel that in myself a while ago, and I'm like, dang, my knees are so crunchy. And if I would have kept, like you would have kept, down the same path where running got difficult, ultimately walking gets difficult, moving from a sitting to a standing position gets difficult, and then you go to the doctor or whoever it is, ortho, chiropractor, physical therapist, and they say, man, you got arthritis all over your knee, which it's just a natural occurring process of degeneration and joint wear and tear, and the way that we sit and the way that we stand. And are we opening our bow, and are we working on our green dot pressure, and are we trying to kind of get our calf and our back chain active? Dylan wears shoes that he's been wearing training for the marathon. You got them on right now?
Yeah,
you got there. Those are Hokas?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's running on Hokas. I'm gonna not offend anybody, not my favorite, but he's already training in his Hokas. After marathon's done and he calms down a little bit, we're going to recommend a footwear switch. We might not recommend my favorite brand, which you guys know what it is, Vivo Barefoot, which is all minimalistic barefoot. We might recommend an Ultra or another more zero drop oriented shoe with good technique in the shoe, so that we can experience our lightest flight, our smoothness in our walk, our smoothness in our run, and our smoothness in our bounce as we land on the ground and as we leave the ground. And the thing with Hokas is that you've got this huge cushion of padding on the bottom of your foot. And so yes, it does ease the body landing onto the ground, but ultimately, my man, it's like jumping on a trampoline. And you want to be soft a little bit, trampoline soft, but you definitely want to be hard. You definitely want to develop the foot strength and the padding on the foot to be able to run on the concrete, run on the asphalt, run down a rocky, pebbly beach, run on the trail, in the mud, through the roots, barefoot. That's who we were. And then all of a sudden, shoe companies come out and they say, you need these latest and greatest, right? And all kinds of runners come in wearing Hokas, and you don't make the switch now, you make the switch after.
Right.
You implement the head over footwork, you implement the thought of drive like we talked about. Maybe we talked about hands open. I like to also mix in some finger tapping as I walk, run, or finger holding, right? So when we're pulsing, we can do a little bit of this work, we can do a little bit of middle finger work. We can feel as we hold our hands here. Tap your ring finger together, tap your ring fingers together. Get on the tips of your nails like this. Nice. Try to stretch all fingers wide. Now we know his right side neck. How do you feel? Feel left hand nice and wide.
Yeah.
Feel how the right hand is.
A little bit tighter.
Yeah. Did you break your right middle finger?
Yeah, I stowed it like back whenever I was a kid.
Nice. Do you see? Now I broke my right pinky finger.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a calcium deposit right here, but I've been working for a long time to decompress and get this joint that's crooked, and we're going to talk about that joint. Do you feel how if I say spread left fingers nice and wide? Nice. Spread right fingers nice and wide. Do you feel that's a little tougher on the right side?
Definitely.
If I say poke your ring, or really push your ring finger into your thumb, you might notice your left side's weaker than your right side. Your left side might feel a little tough, a little weaker. Your right side might feel stronger. I don't know.
Yeah,
How do you feel?
it does. Yeah.
It does. You can push the tip together.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about bilateral exercises, everything is unified up through the spine, right? And then it kind of comes down, and you have these energetic connections, these fascial lines from the middle. Switch to the middle. And really kind of push. And now go to the index. And yep, you're correct on your right. Fix your left. Yep, there you go. And even tuck the tips under the thumbs, the index tips. Nice. See how that feels? Mm-hmm. Spread those three fingers nice and wide. And we can see his left hand. If we hold left hand up versus right hand up, now we got the ring finger that's a little jammed up. Let's do the middles again and see how that looks. All right, so those both look even. Let's do the ring again. And we know, so we actually have, this is cool to see, guys. Look at this, feel this, feel this, feel this. See this. Yay?
Yeah.
Now switch back to middle. Okay, that's good. Now switch back to index. Middle still out. Where do we see the ring out? Touch the pinkies again. Now pinkies together. Thumb pinky. Back to ring. It's a little check. All right, so your middle's the one on the right. Back to middle. Try to do ring on the right. All right, so that's okay. It's just the right middle that doesn't extend fully. He might have stoved it. We'll see if we can adjust it today. When you're running, you want to do those 4 different finger positions. Plus, you want to practice a little bit of wide fingers. Plus, you want to practice a soft, fluid wrist, right? A little snap where the fingers are relaxed. Okay. So we can either be rigid or we can be soft. And the softness turns into like a little pump. And this becomes a little bit of energy transmission from your right side to your left side. As we're running shoulder blades nicely back and down a little bit, maybe we want to lower hands down here. Maybe we want to hike them up a little bit. Maybe we want to work on this left side as we just turn around the bend on the road. Or maybe on the right side, turn around the bend on the road. Cool?
Yep.
That's a good way to help us access some deeper muscle connective tissue up into the neck and into the mid-back. Also will help us make that, that run just a little bit more fluid. Super clear neck. I mean, this dude is a healthy guy. He doesn't have a lot of inflammation, irritation. Overall, you're pretty, we'll say, tuned into your spine and your body, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? You like to take care of yourself pretty good?
Definitely.
Feel good overall for the most part, besides that IT band issue that flared up?
I do.
Nice. See how nice and lightly engaged you are on your back chain? We're going to say head up tall, chin back a little bit. Right? Yes, correct. Super simple for him to get that long, strong neck. I can mimic him if I stand behind him, just a little bit of back extension, a little bit of head up, chest up, lift. He's got some nice light. We'll say how many percent? Maybe like 5%, maybe 10%?
Yeah.
Maybe just light. His thought is light down here. His thought is aware that he's not up and forward. Let's go palms down at side. And we're going to go fingers forward today, actually. And we're going to go in this position, long lever, back chain. Left elbow, right elbow straight. Oh, and the right side was, what'd you have done? You had this scar here, that's right. What was that from again?
A couple things.
Yeah, just injured.
Yeah.
How long ago?
That was back whenever I was in high school, so a while back.
A while back. Did we find on previous appointments soreness, tightness through there or no?
No, not really.
Let's raise palms up now. But spread fingers a little wider on both hands, nice. Now when we raise the palms up, let me just check here. Yeah, this is what, I think we talked a little bit about this side versus this side. And this wrist versus this wrist. See how this feels here?
Mm-hmm.
Push down through the left side. Pull the left shoulder back and open. And you can let the elbow bend a little bit, nice. Raise this wrist up a little higher. Keep this back here. Feel how we floss this out like this?
Yeah.
Now, let's just go flat palm. Forget about the left side. Let's go shoulder down. See how this side's tougher?
It's a lot tighter.
Way tighter. Plus, he's got some trigger finger, or he's got a calcium deposit in his right index finger. So we're going to really try to focus on this. Push right there for me. Keep this open and down. Nice. Roll out a little bit. Roll in a little bit. See how we want to floss this side out?
Yeah.
How's that feel?
It's starting to loosen up, but it's tight.
Let's go both up. Nice. All right, good. Hold right there. Shoulders soft down and back. Nice. Left side focus. Good. Right side focus. Right wrist up a little higher. You guys saw it on one of the most recent videos. A really big dude tapped in real easy. Tapped into his back chain. We turn on the back chain because ABC always back chain. Wrist out, up and out, shoulder down and back. Shoulder down a little lower. Nice, correct. You can see just a little bit of fatigue setting. Do you feel how that feels?
Mm-hmm.
If we say let this neck stretch away, you're going to just start to learn how to feel this opens up, down into the arm, back into the back. Verse left side, shoulder down. See how that feels more grounded just from the get-go?
Yeah.
It's like a lot easier to plug into the back. Agreed?
Yeah, 100%.
Double wrists up, double shoulders back. If we say chest forward, nice. Notice from back, if you want to stay right back here, quarters of an inch higher than right wrist. So we're going to say cock this up a little bit, tuck this in a little bit. Oh, nice. Set this down a little bit. Good. Wrist up a little higher. Nice. Feel how you can tap in right there?
Yeah.
Find that same spot on the left side. Oh, it's a little easier. Still strength that we want to gain, correct?
Yeah.
Versus right side. Nice. Breathe in deeply. Exhale. Push forward another like 2 inches. Nice. Upward. Beautiful. Feel how nice and tight up in the back chain we are. Left side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right side. You definitely going to work on the right wrist a little higher. Nice. A little firmer. Push down to get that activation through the tendons of the hand. Left side. Oh, easier. Cool. Back to center. Take a rest. Knuckles down. Whole way down. Tops of wrist down. Fingers wide. Now this is where we tap into the elbow, and that's where he's got his scar at, his injury. Head up, chest up, shoulder blades back. Elbows up tall if possible. Correct. Try to lean back into flat palms. If I say gently straighten left elbow. If I say gently straighten right elbow. How does it feel comparatively side to side?
I feel like the right side's a little bit tighter.
Right side's a little tighter. It doesn't have to be. But maybe notice how this actually feels a little tougher on the left shoulder than the right shoulder is what I feel. Good mobility work to include at home though. Okie doke?
Yes.
Shoulders back a little bit. Nice. Soft neck, a little left coil and a little right coil. Okay?
Yep.
So you want to do the fingers, the wrists, the palms, then you want to do the knuckles. Let's go face down.
Okay.
Left knee was IT band problem.
Yes.
How's right side feel when we get way up here?
That feels pretty good.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Guys, got a good body, got a good stature, got a good posture, got a good back chain overall. Needs minimal tweaking. Some people, when you read and maybe you've experienced yourself, if you go to the chiropractor and you're like, maybe you've had 2 years of neck pain. Maybe you've had 10 years of neck back pain. Maybe you've had a knee injury. Sorry. We'll do these up. Maybe you've had a knee injury, a hip injury, a back injury, a shoulder, and an elbow injury, and every year something else hurts. If you're not aware of number one, your stance, see the difference here? You guys can see also, how's it feel?
It feels good.
Good, not painful,
No.
right? Not really inflamed anymore.
Nope.
Still not as well as, but super well. Still not as well as heel to butt over here, kind of like easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right side's just a little better than left side. But both sides are still good. Push into my hand. And stop. And push, push, push. Let toes relax. And stop. And push right through here, brother. Feel the short circuit, the twitch.
Yeah.
And stop. Now let's compare that real quick to right side. Right through here. Push into my hand here. How do you, now we still got a little short circuit, but how do you grade this?
I would say it's definitely stronger than the
You
other.
feel how it's connected better?
Yeah.
Like you're pushing me twice as hard on this side. Just right off the get-go. Good. See how it still taps in a little bit though? Meaning shakes a little bit. Go ahead, push right through here. Nice. Relax for me. Back down. Back up. Push here. Strong. Just a little less strong. Relax. One more time. Push through here. Toes relaxed. Good. So that's a little twitchier. Stop. All right, so we're gonna recommend, we've already recommended the rocker. You know, a little bit of rocker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rocker is good recovery after you calm down from a run, shower up, have dinner, whatever, or breakfast, or whenever you're hitting it. If you're a morning hitter, you can do the rocker later in the day, right? If you ran 6 this morning, go to work, go have fun, go do what you got to do, and then get home tonight, recover in the rocker for 20 or 30 minutes. Go ahead, breath in for me. Exhale down. Whole way down. Breath in. Exhale, chest down, shoulders down, whole way down. Breath in. Exhale, chest down. Nice. That was a silent one. Face over, right side up. Goal setter?
Yeah.
Every year you try to do something big?
For the most part, this is the big thing. I turned 30, so I wanted to do something cool for it. So
Nice. Easy breath in. Exhale, roll. Look up towards the ceiling. Right through there. Beautiful. Other side for me. Do something cool. Birthday is May, June?
December.
December.
Yeah.
Did you train outside over the winter months?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have too bad of a winter.
I did the North Park half marathon, and it was probably 15 degrees out and snowing. It was...
Breath in. Exhale, roll. All the way up. 1, 2, flat on your back. Now, cool thing, guys. Sometimes you may hear people adjust really well. Sometimes they're stiff and they're tight, and their core is not on as we want it. And if it's not on as we want it, the external body, the exterior of the body has to tighten up to support your spine. So if your core is not on, we end up walking way down the line stiff. I can't turn my head. I've got no mobility. If we have good core, it becomes a lot easier for us to be flexible in the backside and strong in the front side and strong in the backside. But core strength is grip strength. Nice. Oh, oh. Big toe. Good. Foot. Nice. Core strength is grip strength. Core strength is foot strength. That's why we recommend the foot squeezes. Alexis. Good. Right foot. Nice. All right. Core strength is grip strength. Foot strength is grip strength. We've talked to Dylan about working in bed a little bit on some foot squeezes, which I notice how this right side feels versus left side is a little, you still have a little fluid in the top of your left foot, okay? So there's still a little fluid I feel. Is this right side sore at all?
No.
It doesn't have to be. Is the left side sore at all?
A little bit.
A little, you notice a little bit in this like,
Yeah, when you
like this feels here and this is definitely still inflamed down here,
Yeah.
okay? So he's still got a little bit more right back chain activation than left. This foot's still a little jammed up, okay? So we got his pain down. He's able to run better, and that's great. He could stop right here and probably be super successful. But long term, dude just turned 30. A lot of people coming to the clinic. Relax knee. When they turn 40, which is just, I'm on my way there. Lots of people come in when they turn 40 and they're like, dude, I'm fatigued, I'm tired, my body is not what it was when it was 20. And I have this weight and I haven't exercised and blah, 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 all these things because work, life, family takes over, which it should for a little bit, but you still have every opportunity at home. Let's see this guy. Nice. Every opportunity at home, in the living room, while you brush your teeth, in the shower, when you are down in the kitchen, you have every opportunity to stand mindfully in your back chain. Relax hand. Nice. This is the side that's we're gonna get this thing adjusted over and over again. Do you have pain? Relax here. Do you have pain here?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
More than the left side. Though.
More than left
Yeah.
side. Noticeably, before I even check it, he already knows, like, oh man, I noticed that, right? So we don't have to voice a lot because we know what things feel like. And this left elbow is it's just a little less, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little more movement, it's a little less pain. It's a little easier to hit the end range. So when we do those hands back and down exercises, we know his right middle finger. Plus he's got a scar, he had an injury to the right elbow. He's got to work on unsticking some of the connective tissue here. So ultimately the neck opens up better. But also as we move through life, we're smoother movers. We have better energy up through our spine. We can dance a little bit better. We can move and groove a little bit better. We don't have to worry about the aches, the pains, and the complaints that come turning 30, which he experienced. I had. With neck. Neck. Oh, now, bro. And this is fun. I wish you guys could feel what he feels. Do you feel this right side, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Nice. Left side adjusted beautifully. Right side today. Best adjustment hands down yet, man. We got thoracic spine. We got lumbar spine. His right side, and you'll hear it over and over and over again. The occipital-atlanteal axial complex up the upper side. The top of the neck gets inflamed. Feel this stuff in here, bro?
Yeah.
So we've adjusted these joints up here. We know his right finger, right elbow needs a little bit of reprogramming or recoding. So he, at home, is going to work on his sitting back chain work. You're going to work on your squats that we started with. Whoa. And then we're going to finish today with a little bit of knee scrape so you guys can see. Let's bend the knees up. And we haven't done this to you, I don't think, yet, have we?
No.
Feet go straight and narrow, knees go close. Close, close, close. Good. Feet down on the, right here, okay? Legs just relax right here. Is the ached away. It's a vibration muscle scraper, right? And we're just going to do a general patellofemoral or tibiofemoral session around the top of the patella, around the vastus medialis, that's your big inner knee joint, or excuse me, your big inner knee muscle, around the IT band, which may be a little sore still, okay? He's not having active pain while running, but that doesn't mean that all of the connective tissue dysfunction is just out of the knee yet. Muscle scraping or fascial release technique is pretty good as a proactive measure to reduce knee pain or any pain, elbow pain, whatever. It could also be a acute injury treatment where, hey, I got knee pain and it's right there and we're going to scrape the heck out of it. We're going to get some blood flow to it. You feel that bump in there a little bit?
Yeah.
This is also going to help gradually, session after session, to just reduce some of that crepitus. Remember that crunchiness you had?
Yeah.
But really, what's the big thing? Going to be working slowly and controlled through full range of motion squats and really pausing. I like to think about a squat as 0 to 100, right? It's got 10-degree increments. We've got 0 way down into it. We've got 100 way up out of it. And then we want to do maybe 20 bounces at every 10-degree increment, right? Last session we worked on some light twisting, some left drop in, right drop in work, right?
Yep.
Good. Straighten that leg down for me now. And this is like getting a hammer to a big piece of thick, chewy chicken, man. You know what you gotta do? You gotta like pound it out a little bit, tenderize it, break up all the crepitus. You know, we get crepitus, animals get crepitus too. So if you get a chewy steak, you've heard me say it before on videos, and the steak's old meat, it's not tenderized. It's not soft like veal or whatever, right? Real soft, kind of melt in your mouth, a good fillet or whatever. It's 30 years old now. It's got a little bit of trauma into it. And then your body says, whoa, slow down. I gotta put pain on you because you're asking too much out of me right now. And I'm not healthy enough to run a marathon. But then you train a little bit, you do your squats a little bit. Go ahead, sit up tall for me. And you work on your back chain, you spin that way. And have a seat. We relax this right, nice, and left. Nice work, dude. Cool?
Yeah.
Hands back and down. Easter weekend, a little bit of couch time, a little bit of thought to get the finger down a little bit. That's your thought, is like, can I flatten that middle finger down? Can I softly sit here? Correct. Can I lift my head, tuck my chin back? Nice. Can I roll these down and back? Right side, left side. It's light focus all through here. Your wings, your cruise. Right drop in, left drop in. Right drop in, left drop in. Right drop in really big. Nice. Left drop in really big. You got me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Feeling good?
Yeah, I feel great.
Cool. That was our best adjustment yet. We got neck, we got mid back, we got low back, we got some toes. You got to work on a little bit of toe stretch on the left side. So if we're sitting anywhere, definitely the kitchen table, definitely on the couch if possible. You want to work on a nice over stretch a little bit, a nice push down, a nice load through every toe. 5 is way out here. 4, 3, 2, the whole way over to the big toe, okay? Even in a little bit, but more so you want to be out here.
Okay.
Right? If I say push down through the foot, you may tap in. You may tap in right there. You might find a little shaky spot. And shaky spots also come with a little bit of pain in the joints. So we want to do this lightly, and we definitely want to roll up onto the big toe also. Yep, there we go with the little adjustment. We definitely want to clear the joints out. Sometimes with our chiropractic stuff, we can get everything to clear. Sometimes it takes 2 parts, part me, part him, to go home and work on some flexibility down through the toes a little bit so we can continue to stretch and lengthen the front chain. A lot of people get shin splints, ankle problems, Achilles problems. Like he had a little bit of IT band issues on this left side, all tied up into your fluid movement the whole way up through your body. So we want to make sure that we're including the finger stuff, the tall head, the right shoulder back, the left shoulder back. Ultimately, it all comes together to be your end piece, which is your final version, your best self, a nice fluid 26.1 mile run, cruising through.
Yeah.
Cool?
Hopefully.
Yo, thanks for the video.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
YouTube guys, we'll see you later. Please post comments, write questions, ask us if you've got injuries, how we can help you to fix them via video. If you come to Pittsburgh, we'd be happy to work on you. We'll see you later. Peace.